Hello, good evening. Sharif Awad from meetingvenus.com. Tonight, very happy to welcome Angel Princess from Los Angeles. How are you, Angel?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us live on our YouTube channel. Very pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure being here.
Angel, tell me, first of all, is Angel Princess is your artistic name or your real name?
No, it's actually my legal name. So the last name, it is not my father's surname, but there's a story to that. But I did change my last name when I was 18. I knew I wanted to be in the business. So I did choose a last name that would kind of fit me. So that's how it became Angel Princess. Um, but I did want to create a name where like I felt like it was me and I had my own identity. And so, it was just, it worked well with what I wanted to pursue and who I am.
Tell me about your starts, because I've seen your filmography. You
Uh-huh.
have a variety of roles in short films and also in major films we know, like
Yes.
Miss Congeniality 2, Mama's House 2, War of the World,
Yep.
and other film. Maybe they are not mentioned in your filmography as well on the Internet Movie Database.
Yes.
So tell me about your starts and for the viewers to know about yourself a little bit.
Okay, so I started dancing when I was 4, so I always knew I wanted to be like in the limelight, on stage, entertainment industry. And then I did beauty pageants when I was about 9, 10, 11 years old. I did grow up in the Midwest, so the film industry obviously wasn't too popular in that area. And then I went to college at a very young age. I was homeschooled, so I graduated high school at 14 and I was in college at 15. I did 3 years, and by 18, I said, "Hey, mom, take me to Hollywood. I want to be famous and I want to be an actress." So that's how I started with acting. I was 18, came here, started out basically the way Brad Pitt did, doing extra work. The whole like, struggling, making ends meet. It's hard when you move out here with nothing. But it did give me the opportunity to work with a lot of A-list artists, and it gave me the experience of being on set. And I think it's great to start with like background work just so you can get the feel of like if this is really what you want to do or if it's a little bit overwhelming for you. Because the industry is not easy, obviously, as we all know. The hours and just the type of people you work with. But yeah, Miss Congeniality was one of the first ones I worked on with Sandra Bullock. She was actually really humble and down to earth. Tom Cruise was amazing. I've worked with a ton of A-list actors. I know it's not on my IMDb, but Nicolas Cage is another one. So it was just really cool getting the experience that all these A-list actors did, and that you have this dream and you just go after it, and that even though you're kind of at the bottom, you just work your way up to the top, and eventually you'll make it. As long as you're passionate about it. I truly believe in that. So I've always been one to just follow my dream.
Great. And did you have any acting coaching or
I
did you
did.
follow on? Yeah.
Yeah, so after Missouri, I was about 13 when we had moved to Lancaster, California, which is in the Antelope Valley out here. We lived there for about a year before moving to Florida. So when I was out here for a year, I was very shy as a little girl. So I wouldn't have wanted to pursue acting as a girl because I was very shy. I did not come out of my shell till late teenage years. But anyways, I was 13 years old and I did attend professional drama school. He's still in business with Rick Walters Theater Playcraft, I think it's called. Yeah. And I did go for 3 hours every Saturday, once a week with my brothers. And we just have to act out all these different monologues and scripts. And, it was fun. It was very like overwhelming at the time, but I had already done beauty pageants and I wanted it at the right time, basically. So even though I was 13 and had professional experience of acting, it just I wasn't ready to pursue it professionally till another 5 years, I guess.
Yes. And tell me, do you think your modeling in helps you also in getting more casting opportunities?
Definitely. I think modeling helps a lot because with modeling, there's a type of poise to it. Like you have to have a certain look when it comes to modeling. I do have the height on me. I'm about 5'8", so that's good for the modeling industry. And I think it can correlate with a lot of like the roles where like if I have to be a certain way, because with modeling, you know, it's very sexy and it's very classy at times, and just having a bunch of different wardrobe changes within like 5 minutes and getting out there on the runway and stuff. It helps you with acting because sometimes you have to do everything like so quick. And so, yeah, I kind of love doing both because they bounce off of one each other and they help you. With modeling, there's no speaking, obviously, so that's kind of cool. It's just more an image and a look, and an attitude, of course. But then with acting, even though you are speaking and there is dialogue, you also have to have a certain look and expression and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it does help me in a lot of ways.
Yes. And in our conversation, you told me that at a certain period of time, you started to stop
Well,
acting and go back to your studies. You know,
yes,
you started.
so my acting for the past 16 years, obviously it went in waves. So I did swerve in and out of it, which is cool because with the industry, you can pick up right where you left off. And like I said, when I was 18, I put college on hold. I had only done 3 years, so I put it on hold because I still wanted to, you know, try doing what I wanted at a younger age at 18, not finish college and then go do acting. So that's what I did. And then I recently, about, 5 years ago, I went back to college and got a bachelor's in business administration degree. I got an associate in music voice performance. So it was really cool the way I did it because I got to accomplish both things. I got to experience acting at a young age, and figuring out just what I wanted to do with it. And then I went back to college at a later age, but then I got a 4-year degree in a year and a half. And I don't think when I was young, being in college, I don't think I would have, obtained that degree so quickly, where I had a different mindset, in my later years, to where it was like, okay, I just want to get this done. And then I went back to acting 2 years ago.
Yes. Do you think your studies in business help you in, planning your own career?
Yes, definitely. My future goal, obviously, is to go into producing and directing in the long run. When I was young, I had only wanted to do acting. I never thought of long-term future goals. But yeah, I have like boss lady goals now. And I'm like, without that business degree or just that education background behind me, I don't think I would have felt that way. And now it's great because I can manage my own career. And you see so many stories about stars where kind of, they just drop out of school and they just have this Hollywood career, but then they don't know how to balance life basically with money. And so with me, it'll be cool because I've taken pretty much every course within my business classes, accounting, finance, everything. So I think it definitely can help me. And that's why I went for a business degree, because it still would be beneficial to entertainment.
Yes. And tell me, Angel, right now we have been experiencing this COVID problem around the world.
Yes.
Do you have any projects finished before or during this situation, and we can
Yes.
expect to see them soon?
Yes, luckily, I worked on a short film. Obviously, I have a lot of friends in the industry, so basic networking. One of the producers had reached out and said, I'm working on this short film. I believe it's on my IMDb. I played a possessed woman, kind of like a demon, I guess, in a way. It was called Awakenings is the short film I had worked on. That was about a couple months ago. I worked on it in September, and I thought it was really cool. We did do the whole COVID safety, you know, the 6 feet distance, the mass on set. It was less than 10 people, cast and crew. So that was really cool. And what's really surprising, I try to take the good from every bad, is I've actually gotten a lot more opportunities during coronavirus this whole year, which I didn't even think that could happen, I guess. And so I always try to be that inspiration and motivation for all my other friends in the industry. There's a lot you can do on the internet. I'm also working on a film that I start shooting in February. It is going to be my very first supporting role in a feature film, because obviously I am a short film actress, but I want to expand my career. And of course, you know, feature films is where I want to be at. So yeah, it's a horror. Little rundown of the film. I play a killer, which is very exciting. It's my favorite genre. And I won't give too many spoilers about it, but it's going to be a very, very exciting role, because I have a significant part to it, I guess. Even though it's not a lead, it's very significant to the storyline. So I'll just leave it at that. I play a killer. It's a horror film. It's a feature. And hopefully, you know, I'm in talks for other films right now, other features. Producers, directors, writers that I have met via, you know, LinkedIn or Instagram or wherever. So yeah, I think that COVID, I say that's probably the benefit. You know, it gave me a lot of time to just sit behind a computer and see what's out there. And I have done a couple video auditions as well, which I think there's so much you can do, you know, when you're at home and when you're on the go, you know, when everything was open and there wasn't a lockdown, you're just always on the go. You don't have time to really sit down and say, okay, what can I do? You know, and then, you know, I guess quarantine, I learned a lot. I learned how to cook. I learned how to do, you know, self-audition, self-portraits with modeling. And so, yeah, it's great. You just got to look on the positive side of things, I guess.
Excellent. And I think horror films and short horror films, are quite interesting. Sometimes they are really, you know, they are very condensed.
Yes.
And sometimes they are redeveloped into a feature film. You know,
Yes.
so I look forward to see that next time. But speaking of horror, how did you spend last Halloween?
Oh, you mean this year or last year?
Yes. This year and last year.
Oh, so it was a wonderful Halloween, actually. If anybody knows me, they know Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday. Like, I live, like, Halloween just ended and I'm already ready for like next year. I have a lot of musician friends, and you know, they're just trying to keep that positive spirit and positive vibe for everybody, which is awesome. So one of my musician friends, they're in a band, they threw a block party in Bakersfield, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from me. And I just knew I wanted to go to this. He had lined up a bunch of different bands who were also friends of mine. And, you know, shout out to all my musician friends, thankful for them. But anyways, I went to this party, but I did a very COVID-friendly safety type of costume. I was a skeleton. And I wore a mask. I found a skeleton mask and I kept the mask on the whole time. And there weren't luckily too many people, but it also was outdoor. So, you know, they always say it's more safe outdoor than indoors because the air doesn't recirculate and all that. So I did, you know, I was totally not going to celebrate it this year. But I felt like I had to just do it because even though coronavirus is still out there and everything is shut down, there are ways that you can kind of find like things to do outdoor or COVID friendly or safe. And it wasn't the costume I wanted to be this year, but it worked out perfect. And I got to dance and be with my friends and just enjoy, you know, the Halloween holiday. And yeah, no trick-or-treating or anything like that. I didn't, you know, I wasn't with the nieces and nephews, obviously, because the trick-or-treating wasn't a safe thing to do this year. But it was definitely awesome because, you know, in my downtime, I love to just dance and hang out with my friends. And watch live music. And so, you know, it's unfortunate concerts aren't going on right now, but there has been a lot of outdoor live music, which I do appreciate. So yeah, that's how I spent my Halloween. It was wonderful.
Excellent. And Angel, you told me that your mom is a casting director. I
Yes.
want to know what was her best advice to you venturing into art business?
Yeah, shout out to my mom. I love you, mom. You know, she's been so supportive my whole career. She's a single mom. I haven't seen my father in 21 years. Anyhow, she's always taught me to just go after what you love, what you're truly passionate about, and never ever give up on your dreams, no matter what obstacles come in the way. I mean, you hear every you know, famous person say it, you know, at the award shows or whatnot when they do win awards. I mean, my goal is to win an Oscar one day. You know, I love Nicole Kidman and Julia Roberts, and I aspire to be them one day. But she's always taught me, like, you know, as a casting director, she has more of the business mindset. So I learn a lot from her from that aspect. But she's taught me to just kind of never give up on what you truly want to do in life, because, you know, you can make it. I mean, you can go from nothing to everything. And we've seen it happen with so many people. So she just, you know, always being supportive and just backing me up on what I truly want. When I do come from, you know, a traditional East Indian background, all my cousins are doctors and dentists. And I actually went into college at 15 to do pre-med, to become a pediatrician. But then I was like, Mom, I don't want to do that. And it was just, I'm so blessed to have a mother that truly like supports me in what I want to do, what makes me happy. And she knows, because, you know, she put me in dance at a very young age in beauty pageants. So it was always something I wanted to do. But I think the best advice she's given me is to just never give up and always keep chasing your dreams, because it will happen, you know.
Yes, it will. Angel, I want to thank you very much for this interview, and I wish you all the best in
Thank
the
you.
upcoming
Thank you for
period.
having me. It was an honor
And
here.
thank you likewise. And I wish you all the best. I look forward to hear your news and see your new films next year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye. Bye bye.
Bye.